In tonight's Conversations with Great Minds, we're going to take a closer look at the dark underbelly of American right-wing politics. With the revelation that Cliven Bundy is, well, a flaming racist, the rancher's supporters in the Republican Party and the conservative media are trying to do damage control. They're trying to distance themselves from Bundy's remarks about African Americans and slavery, but at the same time, they're sticking to their original talking points and saying, the real issue is the federal government's overreach. But can you really separate Bundy's racism from his anti-government extremism? Over the past 2 decades, the militia movement, which Bundy himself is a supporter of, has emerged as a major factor on the American far right and has really taken off since that black man moved into the White House. The militia movement's members share Bundy's belief that the federal government is tyrannical, and many also share his racist ideas about African Americans and other minorities. So where did the militia movement, or as its supporters call it, the Patriot movement, come from? And what do Bundy's remarks about race say about that movement's real values? Joining me now for more on this are from Seattle, Devin Burghart, Vice President of the Institute for Research and Education on Human Rights. From Los Angeles, John Amato, founder and editor of Crooks and Liars, author of the book Over the Cliff, How Obama's Election Drove the American Right Insane. And in studio, Daryl Johnson, owner of DT Analytics and a former DHS analyst, who wrote the controversial 2009 report, Right-Wing Extremism, Current Economic and Political Climate Fueling Resurgence in Radicalization and Recruitment. And thank you to all of you for being here with us tonight. I do appreciate it. I want to start out by talking about Cliven Bundy and his racist comments. I think everybody pretty much knows what his comments are. Here's how Sean Hannity, who had been just relentlessly promoting this guy for day after day after day, here's what he had to say on Fox last night about these comments.
Allow me to make myself abundantly clear. I believe those comments are downright racist, they are repugnant, they are bigoted, and it's beyond disturbing. I find those comments to be deplorable, and I think it's extremely unfortunate that Cliven Bundy holds those views. Now, while I supported the...
So, sounds okay, right? Well, then Hannity said this.
At the heart of this issue was my belief that our government is simply out of control. Now, to me, this was about a federal agency's dangerous response to a situation that could have resulted in a catastrophe, and that means people dying and people being shot, kind of comparable to what we saw in Waco, Texas. It was about...
So, John, start with you, if I could.